Emily, and I'm super excited to be showing you the latest upgrade in Bento, which is building guides with AI. One of the things that we realized in the years of working with customers is that people tend to have content readily available. It's just not in a great format for guides. For example, you might have things like a Help Center article. And so I'm going to show you how we might build a guide using a Help Center article, using things like Loom videos, and even with a click-through. Let's get started. Okay, so if I wanted to create an onboarding guide and I have a Help Center article that is about getting started, I might click Create with AI. And in this particular case, I'm just going to paste in our Help Center article. Now, depending on what Help Center platform that you're using or how long the article is, it might take a minute for it to actually process. But what it's doing under the hood isn't just taking in the content, it's also thinking about the best ways to build a guide. And so now that you're in Bento, you can of course make edits to anything that you want and change things like links, which of course GPT won't always get correctly. And you can do things like even change the layout of your guides and preview everything directly inside of Bento without needing to futz with going into your own app or even getting Bento installed. The next thing you can do is build out things like contextual guides using something like a Loom video that you might have when you are demoing internally how to use a new feature. And so what we're going to do here is build out a contextual guide. And I'm going to take the transcript of a video, in this case of building an upsell experience using Bento. And we're going to just go ahead and paste in the transcript text. I wouldn't worry too much about things like ums and ahs. I think GPT is quite good about filtering that out. And again, in any case, what gets returned conforms to what we see pretty regularly in terms of best practices. And so again, you can explore how you'd like to modify the layout. All of Bento's components are responsive, so that should work pretty elegantly. One of the last things you might want to try and build is a multi-step tour, or what we call a flow. And so in order to build that using Bento, we will just go ahead and load up the URL where you'll be building, and that launches our AI builder. Move my face out of the way. And so here, once you know what page you're starting on, we're actually going to start recording your clicks. And so that might include, in this case, performing a search. Maybe we'll take a look at page visits, and then finally we will modify settings. After you stop recording, you get an opportunity to modify. And so you can add in a little bit of additional context where you think it might be helpful. Settings page. Settings will open up more functionality. And all of this is then fed into GPT, and it will go ahead and produce a multi-step flow. And just like with all of the other guides, you can continue to edit it. You can change its step completion, change its anchor locations, etc. Let's go ahead and just preview what we get out of the box. Now, as with all things AI, what you get out of the box is not necessarily perfect. And so you'll want to make sure that you do some good edits along the way. And so that is just a quick demo of some of the things you can now do with Bento using the power of AI. We would love for you to give it a try, explore, please share feedback. As you can imagine, this is all very much a work in progress and something that our team is actively iterating on. If you head over to trybento.co, you can start a 14-day free trial. You can also see some of the ways in which our other customers have used Bento, leveraging inspiration and templates. Again, lots of ways of solving the problem of helping you get started and increasing your activation rates in your product.